I debuted on Twitch, and the very next month, I not only had Twitch affiliate, but I reached my first 100 followers. So how did I do it? I'm gonna preface this by saying I didn't exactly start from zero. I had about 10 followers originally, I think 5 or 6 of whom are my friends, and the others were just random people who happened to cross my stream when I was a facecam streamer. I also had about 2,800 followers on TikTok, and that sounds impressive, but I started in 2022, and most of those people are not active anymore. Maybe a handful of them still like my videos to this day. My views on TikTok also dropped drastically after I started VTubing. However, I don't think that really impacts your account growth. Anyway, enough yap, you're here for advice. Now, my first bit of advice is gonna be a little controversial, but you need to stop prioritizing your video game clips. Now, I wouldn't be telling you this without a reason, okay? Less than 2% of what I posted over the last 2 months was a video game clip. And I mean a video game clip, there was nothing else. And it was my worst performing video, I'm pretty sure. And like I said, my account's been around a while, so this isn't the first time I've tried to post clips and it just didn't land or do well at all. And I know you're thinking, I see clips go viral all the time, so why aren't mine? First of all, those streamers usually have a fan base already. And yeah, the algorithm can show you to people who like VTubers and video games, but there's no guarantee it's the type of video games they like seeing content of. And even if they do like it, you're just some person. They don't know anything about you yet, and your clips usually don't show that much of your personality. Now, this isn't to say you should never post video game clips, but if you're going to, you have to make sure they're short, they're funny, and you stand out. What you should post is up to you, but usually for me, it's stuff like this. Talk and interact with your YouTube and TikTok communities because they don't just want to be fed scraps from your Twitch. And this is why I was saying that I don't think the views really impact your account growth because I'm still getting a lot of followers. So if I post a video with 200 views, 20 likes, but I get 4 followers, I still count that as a win because that means I made 4 people feel either interested or valued enough to want to come back, and a lot of them end up going over to Twitch and supporting me there. Now, you have to make sure that your Twitch is easily accessible. If your Twitch name isn't the same as your TikTok or YouTube name and it's not linked anywhere, you're not going to get any traction from these other sites. Making yourself easy to find is possibly the biggest thing you can do for your account like today. But content aside, I think there's an even bigger part of why I was so successful. And yes, it is the dreaded networking. Well, kind of. If networking is something you dread, you're probably just not doing it right. Networking is just a fancy corporate way of saying building a community and having people in your corner. I paid attention to who was liking my videos, who made content similar to me, and who I actually liked watching. I then followed those people back, and I invited them to join a Discord server for only my VIPs. This was the best decision I could have possibly made for my account, and honestly, just for like my life in general. I really like these people. They're my friends now. I don't even consider them just mutuals. But here's the thing, you can't expect them to show up for you if you won't show up for them. And yeah, you won't be able to show up for every single one of their streams, but you should still try. And a lot of times when I can't be there physically, I'm there in spirit because I made their emotes or their overlays or help them set things up in OBS, because that's what community does. They help each other. We also raid each other, and we have a ton of fun collabs that we've both done and have planned in the works right now. So don't be shy, go make friends. I promise it will be worth it. Anyway, that's all the advice I have for you guys right now, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. Also, if you have any tips and tricks, let us know.